Around 41% of babies and children with cerebral palsy have limited crawling, walking, and running abilities, as stated by cerebralpalsyguidance.com. I have a mild case of cerebral palsy that affects the left side of my body. I'm going to inform you of the history, definition, causes, and symptoms of cerebral palsy and how it affects daily life. According to cerebralpalsyguidance.com, since the prior discovery of cerebral palsy, there have been numerous people who have greatly contributed to this disorder, including in-depth studies and promoting public awareness. English surgeon Dr. William John Little was the first person to study cerebral palsy extensively when he came across a mystifying condition affecting young children. Sigmund Freund made further developments stating that cerebral palsy may be caused by abnormal development before birth as the brain developed in the womb. According to Shriners Hospital for Children.org, cerebral palsy is a broad term that describes a range of brain disorders. Children with cerebral palsy may have damage to the brain, or the brain may not have fully developed in some areas. Cerebral palsy may or may not affect a child's intelligence level. Cerebral palsy causes a disruption in standard communication between the brain and muscles, causing a multiple motor function disorders. This is a lifelong condition that varies from patient to patient and ranges greatly in terms of severity. CerebralPalsy.org states that cerebral palsy is caused by a brain injury or brain malfunction that occurs before, during, or immediately after birth while the infant's brain is still under development. How a brain injury affects a child's motor functioning and intellectual abilities is highly dependent on the nature of the brain injury, where the brain injury occurs, the level of severity. There are three types of cerebral palsy, which are spastic, dyskinetic, and atastic. According to cerebralpalsyguidance.com, spastic cerebral palsy causes children to have exaggerated reflexes and stiff, painful muscles. Dyskinetic cerebral palsy is marked by abnormal movements in your arms, hands, and legs, making it difficult to control body movements and coordination. The children with atastic CP exhibit uncoordinated, jerky movements. According to Healthline.com, some symptoms of cerebral palsy include delay in motor skill milestones such as crawling and sitting up, delay in speech development, lack of muscle coordination, and neurological problems such as seizures, blindness, and intellectual disabilities. According to cerebralpalsy.org, cerebral palsy affects a person's daily life through many different things. Children may experience uncontrollable and unpredictable movements and actions. Some children may have difficulties breathing, swallowing, head and neck control, bladder control, and digestive problems. 1 in 3 children are unable to walk. They will most likely need a wheelchair. 1 in 4 children are unable to talk. A person's ability to finely coordinate the muscles around the mouth and tongue that are needed for speech are affected by cerebral palsy. 1 in 10 children will have a severe vision impairment. 3 in 4 children will experience some kind of pain. Experiencing pain from cerebral palsy can affect a person's behavior, ability to do things for themselves, sleep, and social relationships. 1 in 4 children will have epilepsy. 1 in 2 will have an intellectual impairment. In conclusion, I know the daily struggles and how cerebral palsy affects daily life. The daily struggles vary by the severity of each case. My daily struggles are not that bad because I only have a mild case of cerebral palsy. Now you know more about the disability that I have. More than 50% of children diagnosed with cerebral palsy can walk independently.